Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. Please drop it down in the comment section because we are making more t-shirts. And I was wondering whether you would want to have the slogan, how are you? How are we? Let me know. And then let me know what other slogans you would like for me to put onto the t-shirts. And we're coming out with color. Exciting. Yes. We're coming out with color. Live and love. Literally sold out. We've got very few of the white left. And that is it. Thank you very much. With all of my love. With all of my love to you. So why are we here? I'll tell you why we're here. We are here because Megyn Kelly is receiving a lot of backlash on recent comments. So let me start with this so that we can be all on the same page. What does 15 look like? Teens and former child actors weigh in online after Megyn Kelly's comments. Former child actresses as well as teenage girls around the country have posted photos of themselves at 15 years old after journalist Megyn Kelly seemed to downplay the youth of Jeffrey Epstein's victims on her podcast. In a discussion with News Nation on the Megyn Kelly show on November the 12th, Kelly stated that she knows somebody very close to this case who told me from the start that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a P. I have to be careful because guidelines of YouTube. So he was into the barely legal type, like he liked 15-year-old girls, Kelly continued. I'm not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger, but would look legal to a passers-by.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yeah. The age of consent in the United States ranges from 16 to 18 years old, depending on the state. It's not legal for an adult to engage in sexual activity with a girl below 16 years old in any of the United States states. And that is still so young for me. The NPR has reached out to Megyn Kelly for comment. NPR will update the story if we receive a response from Kelly. Women and girls react to Kelly online. Many on social media were prompted to insist that 15-year-olds are children. Actress activist Cynthia Nixon weighed in on the Instagram. Megyn Kelly, I have a question for you. From one mother to another, she said, if Jeffrey Epstein were still alive, would you be comfortable with your teenage daughter being alone with him in his mansion? And please don't say 15 is barely legal. It's 100% illegal, and you know that.
Megyn Kelly, I have a question for you from one mother to another. If Jeffrey Epstein were still alive, would you be comfortable with your teenage daughter being alone with him in his mansion? Or alone with Donald Trump? I think if you're honest, you're going to say absolutely not. And please, don't say 15 is barely legal. It is 100% illegal. And you know that.
She was joined by celebrities who were former child actors like Christina Ricci. On her Instagram story, Christina Ricci, this woman is a danger to children. That Instagram story has since been expired and is no longer online. Valerie Bertinelli, who starred in the sitcom One Day at a Time, shared a picture of herself at 15 with the caption, "This picture was taken in 1975. I'm 15. I'm a child." I'm going to say this a little louder for those in the back. I'm 15 and I'm a child. She ended with a call to action, encouraging others to flood the internet with pictures of all of us at 15. The Hollywood actresses were joined by actual teenagers, including a girl who posted a TikTok video from an account called Cheering for Change. And she said her name is Eloise and that she is 14 years old. She said she wanted to respond to Kelly's comments with a reality check from a literal child.
Hey Megyn Kelly, I'm Eloise and I'm 14 years old. I wasn't even going to say anything because the topic is an adult one. My mom even made a video about it yesterday because we didn't feel it was an appropriate topic for a child to speak about. But after hearing you go on camera and explain that Epstein wasn't into 8-year-olds, just the barely legal type like 15, I realized you might need an actual reality check from a literal child. So let me help you out. Megyn, people in my grade are turning 15 right now. Some of us still have baby faces. Some of us still have braces. Some of us still call our parents when we're scared at night. Some of us still look like middle schoolers because we basically are. And the fact that a grown woman needs a teenager to explain that is honestly terrifying. Here's the part you seem confused about. Under federal law, anyone under 18 is a child. No asterisk. No, but they hit puberty. No, older kids don't count. Anyone under 18 is a child. You said you were just giving facts, but here's the real fact. What you said wasn't factual. It was minimizing. It was making abuse sound like a technicality. And Megyn, here's the part you really need to hear. If a 14-year-old has to get on the internet and explain to a grown adult with national platform that children are children and there's no age where abuse suddenly becomes less bad, then the problem isn't confusion, it's corruption. Because kids my age aren't supposed to be the ones correcting you. We're not supposed to be the moral compass in a room full of adults who should have known better. But here we are. If my voice makes you uncomfortable, good, it should. Because the minute adults start defending predators by debating the age of a child, you're not protecting the truth. You're protecting the predator. And you shouldn't need a freshman to tell you that.
The minute adults start defending predators by debating the age of a child, you are not protecting the truth, you're protecting the predator. And you shouldn't need a freshman to tell you that. It also indirectly, Kelly, you give liberation to other predators to continue to do what they're doing. When you have a platform, you have to be very careful with what you say. And Cynthia Nixon was right. You're a mother. You would not trust Epstein with even a 20-year-old. I don't think 16 should be a legal age. I think 18 in the entire world. 18. Anything below that is a child. You think, oh, 8-year-olds, 5-year-olds, oh my God, it's not that bad. A 15-year-old is better because she's older. Do you know what comes with age? The difficulty to forget. As horrendous as it is for 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds. It's also horrendous for 15-year-olds. It changes their life. It destroys their life. It destroys the way they look at sex, the way they perceive it. It destroys the interpretation of what love is. It destroys their lives. It destroys the lives of their families. It destroys their talent. It steals their joy. It takes away their laugh. It locks down play. It kills trust. What are you talking about? I love children. If I could, I would adopt every single child. And I would start with the older children first. Because they feel so unloved in foster care, being passed around and brought back to foster care. If I could adopt all of them, I would. Children is our future. With the hopes that this could be a better world than what we have done with it. That our children would have a better world. It is the responsibility of every adult to take care of children, even when it's not your own. Even your children, Kelly. If I see your children in danger, it's my responsibility to protect them because I'm an adult. And Epstein did not do that. He armed them. He robbed them. He stole from them. And he went on to destroy their families. He's a monster. And you sit there talking about he's not a P. You're also a bully.
Go away for a very long time, ideally to Canada forever.
Can you stop these cringe-making videos? Nobody's buying it. You're not a Dodgers fan, nor is your husband. The whole thing in that room was absurd.
Stay off camera. We don't like you, and we don't want to see you. We have to fall out of hate with you before you can actually make a comeback on your career. It's going to take several years, maybe 5. Stop being a disaster tourist. When I say get out of the limelight, that includes showing up at the next shooting or disaster or someplace else someone suffered, which you seem to enjoy. Work on your laugh. It needs to sound actually sincere and not like a hyena when you set up your fake reacting to the LA Dodgers winning the Super Bowl bet.
And you bouncing around, it's like sounding like a deranged hyena, was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever watched.
Don't leave, Harry. I know you want to, but you're never going to find better than that. Harry, you should leave. And stop pretending you're Martha Stewart. We all know you're not. You've been holding the utensils wrong. Your products have been falling apart. You stole Martha Stewart's one-pot chicken, and Maureen and I are on to you. I guess that about sums it up. She's bitter because society's standards, in her view, don't allow black women to just walk around with their natural hair. That is bullshit. Black women can walk around with whatever hair they want. Only in Michelle Obama's warped mind do white people not like them unless their hair looks like white hair. And here's the other thing. The nerve of this woman to pretend that black women are the only women who have to spend a bunch of time getting their natural hair to, quote, conform to these alleged society standards. Because virtually every woman I know, every woman spends a shit ton of time on her hair and wants it to look better than God made it. It's not a black thing, it's a human thing, and it's especially a woman thing, but she's always reducing everything to race.
Last year in 2024, 25 US states passed the Crown Act with active campaigns at a federal level, which, in case you're not aware, Megyn, was created specifically to address race-based hair discrimination. You do not get multi-state legislation backed by major civil rights organizations and brands from around the world for a problem that is not real. If black women were truly okay wearing our hair however we wanted, whenever we wanted, and wherever we wanted, Megyn, then none of that would exist, would it? And whilst, yes, many women do indeed invest heavily in their appearance and in their hair also, it's only some of us women that are punished for wearing it in its natural state. Let's be honest, your video has absolutely nothing to do with Michelle Obama's warped perspective, and it's actually got everything to do with your very uncomfortable racial ignorance and really worrying lack of cultural literacy in general. I think that's really the core of the problem here, if I'm honest. Michelle's experience aligns with that of millions of other black women and is consistent with centuries of European beauty norms that are very well documented, sweetheart, which is very easy to find, well, for those who read. So actually, maybe Google, as far as I'm aware, it's still free. Your clumsy attempt at pretending to be colorblind to racism to help you reframe and downplay the true lived experiences of not only Michelle, but most black women that exist on the planet today. So you can try and flatten and minimize the systemic racism that you damn well know exists and try and turn insidious racial prejudice into a generic human experience that all women have to endure. So the real topic of structural racism that you perpetuate ends up disappearing from view completely. It's actually quite embarrassing for such a sober truth teller as yourself. However, fear not, Megyn. I would love to volunteer as tribute in helping fill in some of the gaping craters in your minimal knowledge about the world that exists outside of yourself with my book, How to Love Your Afro, so you can truly understand why your nonsensical, feral ramblings are not only incorrect, sweetheart, but are scarily out of touch with reality. Do let me know the best address for you, sweet, okay? And I can ship you out a copy, maybe two, and quickly.
Every opportunity you get, you insult Megyn. I love women, I love sisterhood, I love children. If you cannot say something nice, don't say anything at all. I'm checking on my son, he's with the nanny. And the rule in this house is that she sends a video of him on the hour while they're outside. You have to do better, Kelly. Now you're going viral. Now you're getting this blowback. How does it feel? Not nice, I'm sure. You would like to say, oh, they twisted my words. That's not what I meant. I meant this, that, and the third. But you're out here, every opportunity you get, you say the most horrible things about Megyn for no reason. For no reason at all. At the same time, you wouldn't dare try Candace Owens because she will eat you alive. You know who to go for. And that is a bully. Because a bully in essence is a coward. And you're a coward. And you say stupid things. Nonsensical things. For clickbait, for I don't know what. I'm not a fan of yours. So I try to stay away. But this right here, every adult has to speak up. Have to speak up. You cannot be careless. If you want to be careless with your life, be careless with it. But you cannot be careless with children. Because we will chuck you out before you do that to any child. Before you disregard her safety, her protection, her security, and have peace all over here and say, well, you know, it's not that bad. It's beyond bad. It's murder. What's a life? If you cannot live your life because you are tormented from real trauma, affects your career, affects your talent, affects you getting married, affects you having children, affects every aspect of your life. What quality of life do you have when your life has been stolen from you so young, with the trauma have been so intense that you cannot really live? 15. 15. I've been married to my husband longer than 15 years, and I got married at 40. That's how fragile, how so very delicate and fragile those years are. To have a conversation about this monster, this murderer, should be that we didn't get to do what we wanted to do to him before he checked out. And his family, his estate should pay. But you didn't do that because you think that this is, I don't even know what you think this is. Think of your children. Think of your children. Not a hair on their head should be touched. And I agree. That goes for every other child. For every other child. If not, then we don't want you in society. In any society. And we don't want you on any platform. Because you are not somebody that we want in society taking care of children. Do not think that you're not responsible for all. We are all responsible. In what we say, in what we do, in what we stand up for. And in things that we're even nervous to talk about. Think of the children always, always first. And if you think of the children first, you will always make the right decision. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. It was a situation where I just really couldn't eat my salads and mind my business. I had to really speak up. And I am so proud of all of the girls that did. God bless you. All of my love. My God, I am so excited. I am so excited, my darlings. We have officially launched the FDV website, and we have what? We've got products, we've got merch, we've got t-shirts, we've got tote bags. I am so excited. A lot of you said, Fumi, when are the t-shirts coming? And I want to tell you that I am terribly humbled. I had launched this exclusively at the meet and greet, and for the life of me, I did not know that we would sell out. I had no idea. So I had to put the money back into the business so that I could get some more t-shirts and tote bags for you. And I want to say what a journey this has been. The 2 t-shirts that I have, and I'm wearing one now with the v-neck, and I measured it so that it comes right down. Whether you're big busted, whether you're small busted, it will come right down to the center without opening with the bust. And darlings, I have what is delayed is not denied, because everything started much later in my life. I got married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. I started YouTube at 45. I started my business at 55. And so I want you guys to know that what is delayed is absolutely what is not denied. And so I made these for you in white as well as in black. It is tagless because I react to tags. We have t-shirts where you have no tags, and these go all the way from an extra large to an extra small. Some of you will be wondering, Fumi, what size are you wearing? I am wearing an extra small. We also have it in black for you, so let me show you. What is delayed is not denied. There you go. So whatever your preference, if you like white, if you like black, go right ahead. I love both. It is absolutely fabulous. Everybody, anybody can wear this, and just look at how it goes all the way down. I love it. So it covers your bottom for those of you that are conscious. You can also tuck it in halfway as well, make it loose, loungy with your jeans, and then you can roll it up. You can style it any which way that you like. I love it because you can also layer it underneath your suits because it's getting colder now, and the quality is absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous. And for my ladies that are double X, you can get the extra large because it is that big. You're going to love them. Super soft. Put them in the wash. They don't shrink. They don't shift. They don't shed. I put a lot of work into this because it was really personal. And I wanted again to send a message that what is delayed is never denied. And that means that you're only prepping yourself for greatness. It will come to you with such greatness. The next t-shirt that I made was eating my salads and minding my business. I loved it. And that's how I got here in essence. I ate my salads. I began to really have a healthier lifestyle. A healthier lifestyle, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. Meaning that what no longer served me, I no longer wanted. I think that I just thought I can just bash myself around. I can abuse myself. I can ill-treat myself. You don't say beautiful things to yourself. But I would say it to everybody else. Oh girl, you're fabulous, gorgeous, this, that. I never said it to myself. And I began to realize that Fumi, you know what? In the eating your salads is a representation of really taking a healthier stance to all of you, to everything of you. And salads are healthy, but you have the mental, you have the emotional. So I started speaking positively to myself. It was amazing. It really was amazing. I got more confident and I really began to love myself. And in part was when I started to say, Fumi, wear your natural hair. You are beautiful. You say it to others, you don't say it to yourself. And when I started to say it to myself, I began to have more confidence. I also realized that for me, you don't have to be in any negative spaces, negative anywhere, because what? I am healthier, hence the eating my salads. The minding my business was amazing because the more I minded my business, the more time I had to be productive with my life. Isn't that a trip? Oh my God. That is the real meaning of this. Mind my business. So I really wasn't into the gossip. I really wasn't into unproductive conversation. I sat at a table and every girl, lady, woman, female at that table was a CEO. When I tell you, we talked about production, we talked about fulfillment centers, we talked about where you can get better fabrics from Prague, from Portugal, from Bangladesh, from this, from that. I was rejuvenated. And I realized that for me, when you stay away from stuff that does not serve you and is not productive to you, you truly mind your business. And I became a better mom. I became a better wife. I spent more time with the family. I enjoyed Adrian right across the board. That is a representation because you are weeding out what no longer serves you mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating my salads and minding my business. They also come in an extra small and it goes all the way to an extra large, and it's a bigger, loungier size. That's another thing because I have been different sizes on this channel. Bigger busted, smaller busted. I've been curvy. I've been a limousine girl, and I loved every stage of me. I did. I really did. And that was why I said I'm going to make it a loose fit. Why? Because if you're a curvy girl, it will suit you. If you're a slimmer girl, it will suit you. If you're an athletic girl, it will suit you. It's no longer what you look like. Truly, it's how you feel. And my limousine girls and my curvy girls, do you know, at that stage was one of my happiest times of my life because it was when I gave birth to Adrian. This body created life when I was told so many times that he couldn't. And that was how I really realized, it became so clear to me that woman, you're amazing. Men can wear it too, my darling boys. I will come out with a crew neck, but I thought let me come out with a V-neck so that you can put all of your jewelry. That's another thing. You can put all of your jewelry, you can put all of your necklaces. It's just enough for it to show. It is just enough. When I tell you this took so long, and it's plain in front, and you got the message in the back. You see, when you're walking away, clicking in your heels, that's the message. I lived for it. So those are the t-shirts, my darlings. If they sell out, don't panic. Don't panic. I will order some more, okay? And then we have what? We have our tote bag. We have our tote bag with the thicker straps that you can carry with you, and you can take this to the gym. It's a sports bag. You can take it to the gym. You can take it to the supermarket. You can take it to work. It's got the logos on both ends. And I'm going to show you something also. You have a magnetic clip, so you can clip it in. It will hold in together. Also, when you pull it apart, you will have the label also in the bag, and then you've got a big purse right here to put all of your keys. But guess what? Multi-purpose, my darling. You can also fold this bag. So I'm going to show you as is. You just turn it in like so on both sides. There you go. You fold it. Guess what? You fold it into the opening pochette. And there you go. There you go. So you can have this as an extra shopping bag. You can have this as an extra bag when you're going anywhere, even on the airport when you're traveling. It's so handy. So handy. It's a canvas bag. It is absolutely washable. It does not change. And we have it in pink. We have it in orange. We have it in sky blue, of which I live and love. Yes, and then we also have it in ice cream because I love ice cream, and I also love yogurt. So baby girl, you are looking absolutely cute. I hope you enjoy these, my darlings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for riding with me. This is just the beginning, because the bras are coming, the slips are coming, the panties are coming, the makeup, the skincare, the Afro hair care kit is coming. It's all coming, my darling. This is a black-owned brand, and I am self-funded. My financier is my wonderful husband. Thank you. Thank you, Ula. Thank you for the unconditional love and support. I could never do any of this without him. You're so generous. And God bless you, and God bless you too, my beautiful Fumi Nation. And I am so excited. The link is below, and I will be sharing how to wear the t-shirts, different styles, different suits for you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Bye bye. Yay! We have launched. We have launched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I am so excited. I am what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.